Hello guys, it's been a long time since I've actually uploaded a video. So today's video is a Cambridge iGCSE Information and Communication Technology paper. This is for paper 1 theory with the code 0417/12 of February-March 2022 paper, and the paper is going to be for about 2 hours. So I know many of you guys have this paper coming up for exams, so hopefully this video has helped you all to understand these concepts much more better. And if you guys have enjoyed the video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. And yeah, let's start with the video. All right. Okay, so I've noticed that many people have commented on my previous ICT videos. Just to point it out, is some people have mentioned about the handwriting. So I'm really sorry about if the handwriting was a little off in some of the previous videos. So the new ICT videos are going to be with better improved handwriting, so it can help you guys to actually understand the concepts. So I'm really sorry about that. And yeah, okay, so the total mark for this paper is 100. It's going to be 100 marks. And yeah, okay, so the first question is, you can see, is that a tablet computer consists of both hardware and software. So we have to define the term hardware. So if you look at this, what is hardware? When we think about hardware, is that it's anything that is physical. So we got to write this down, is that it is the physical component, or let's say the physical components of a computer system. That's something that we can write down for 1 mark if you guys want to score those points. So it is the physical components of a computer system. Okay. All right. So the next one is that we can see that there's one input device that's used on a tablet computer, which is a touchscreen. Name 2 other input devices that is built into a tablet computer. So into a tablet computer, what can you see that you can identify that is kind of like an input device? We can see that there's a microphone. Like when we speak, like how I'm speaking right now, that's a microphone. We're inputting an analog signal. And the other one is cameras. So when you're recording yourself, okay, that's one form of an input device. You can also mention sensors. You use sensors everywhere. So yeah, for 2 marks, it should be more than enough. Now write down 2 examples of system software. So system software could be compilers. We can give that example. Or it could be let's say an operating system, an OS system. So this could be an operating system. Hopefully that's better. Okay. You can also mention a linker. You can mention utilities. You can also mention a device driver. You can mention an interpreter. It all depends on what you guys choose. Second question is the circling question. Circle 2 items that contain personal data. So personal data. So what you have to identify here is a bank card. That's personal data. And you can see that there's a medical record. That's also consisting of personal data in this case. All right, so the next question is, an internal memory of a computer consists of both ROM and RAM. Okay, describe the terms ROM and RAM. So ROM, what does ROM mean? ROM means read-only memory. So that's the first thing I'm going to write that down, is that it is a read-only memory. It's read-only memory. And on top of that, we have to mention some form of description for ROM. So meaning that it is is that ROM is a non-volatile form of data. It's a non-volatile form of data. Meaning, we can say that it's a non-volatile form of data, meaning that no data is lost when the computer is switched off. When the computer is switched off. Okay. You can also mention that let's say it's used to store the startup instructions of the computer itself. RAM. Now, what does RAM mean? RAM is random, RAM is random access memory. So RAM is random access memory. So meaning that it is a non-volatile, it's a volatile form of data. It's the opposite form of ROM. So meaning it's going to be a volatile form of data. So meaning, right? So what that means is that data is lost when computer is switched off. when computer is switched off. Okay, so ROM is a non-volatile form of data, so meaning it's not lost, the data is not lost. Whereas a RAM is a volatile form of data, so meaning that the data is lost when the computer is switched off. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Is that the modern laptop computers, they use solid-state drives, SSDs, rather than hard disk drives, HDDs. State 3 advantages of using SSDs rather than HDDs in a laptop computer. So the first thing is the startup of the laptop is faster. So that's a process, or let's say one of the advantages of using an SSDs is that you can mention that the startup of the laptop is faster. Then you can say that the SSDs, not the SSDs, it's the SSDs, they consume less power. So you can mention that they consume less power. Okay. Then you can also mention that it makes the laptop more compact. So meaning it makes the laptop more compact. You can also mention that it reduces the weight of the laptop as the SSD is lighter. SSD pretty rhymes off. So you can mention that it reduces the weight of the laptop as the SSD is lighter. So you can mention that point for like the third mark. So you can add that in. Let's move on to the next question. Now the next question is tick the following question. Tick whether the following statements refer to control, measurement, or modeling systems. We have to only take one answer for each statement. So maintaining the growing conditions in a glass house. So that's more of a control system. Aircraft flight simulation is more of a modeling situation. Monitoring the pollution in rivers is more of a measurement scenario. Using what ifs is more of a modeling situation. All right. So the World Wide Web, WWW, is often mistaken for internet. Explain the differences between the WWW and the internet. So you can say that the WWW is a collection of information pages. It's a collection of information pages. You can also mention that the WWW, right, is a part of the internet. It's part of the internet, so you can mention that as well. You can say that the WWW is accessed through the internet. So it's accessed through the internet. You can mention that as well. Through the internet. You can also say that the internet is a global network of networks. So you can mention that as well. The internet is a global network of networks. You can mention that. You can also mention that the internet is an infrastructure. So you can mention that it is the infrastructure. So these are some of the points that you can add for about, let's say, 4 marks. So you can mention the differences, like few differences between the World Wide Web and the internet. So in this case, yeah. Let's move on to the next question. All right, the web address for Cambridge iGCSE is that they've given us the web address. Now describe the following parts of the web address. HTTPS. So this is more of a, you can mention that since it's 4 marks, it's divided into 4 parts. So you can mention that this is the hypertext. This is the hypertext transfer protocol secure. This is the hypertext transfer protocol secure, meaning that this is a set of rules or a protocol to transfer web pages securely. In Cambridge International, this is more of the domain name. This is the domain name. The .org is more of a the top level domain name. It's a more of a top level domain name. All right. And you can mention that it's registered as an organization. And the /iGCSE is more of a folder. You can mention that this is the folder, right, in which the work is stored on Cambridge International's server. All right. Okay.